Good evening, everyone. Today, our topic is entrepreneurship. See, we have covered some of the most important topics, but these may not be relevant to the prior topics. So, I think everyone is interested to listen to the important points that I'll be mentioning based on the topic we have given entrepreneurship. In short, entrepreneurship are of different types. Basically, it can be defined as a person who does a private job through which he can employ so many people from different sectors or backgrounds. Uh, entrepreneurship entrepreneurship is not common in our society, unfortunately, but somehow we can gain knowledge from the other countries. Referring to the most populous country named the United States, and today we use Amazon, Twitter every day. But where does all this comes from? It does not come from the government schemes. It comes from the entrepreneurs. And so let us suppose Jeff Bezos, or sorry, Steve Jobs. He owns Apple company, which is the highest, which is top among the other private or government companies in the whole world. And secondly, Elon Musk. He is he is related to space, and as of now, before he was owning his company and do something which is beneficial for his private jobs. Anyhow, now when he became popular and became famous, today everyone knows who is Elon Musk. And today he said that he is now working with NASA, and that's how he became popular. They're none but the owner of private companies and entrepreneurships in short. And these entrepreneurships, see, we have got problems in life, and especially what we face is unemployment rate becomes higher compared to the prior generations. Today, especially people living in the rural areas cannot access to the forest. Now deforestation has been increasing and almost all the trees have been cut down in the forest, and therefore people suffer a lot due to due to the increasing rate of deforestation. Hence, the inflation of our country becomes the main reason to why entrepreneurs are not popular in our country. But talking about our society, I think we have accountable entrepreneurs, one or two entrepreneurs in our society. What they do is employing the jobless to work for them. Apart from it, we have several government servants. Yes, they do very well in serving the country, and they also help people from different backgrounds. So they do very well, but they cannot employ anyone since they are government servants. Anyhow, the employment rate we face today is tremendous, and what we all can do is, in order to avoid such problems and to resolve the issues we face today, is to do something so as to handle these problems without any difficulties. we have got a few solutions through which we can create a solution contrary to unemployment rate increasing. Now, number first point, awareness on entrepreneurs. And today we don't have anyone who can work with us. And suppose a student who studies in class 12 or 10th, if he is interested, he has to has some backgrounds of entrepreneurs, meaning from the arts background. I think it maybe he will face some issues, but since class 12, if he studies those commerce stream, I think that will not make complicated in becoming an entrepreneur. So he or she has to study something which is related to entrepreneurs. So today we don't have any guidance. So for the first thing, the civil society organizations or leaders must take a step to acknowledge the future, to acknowledge the future, what young people can do. So my first point is organizing a career guidance or any we can name it anything through which we can spread information on entrepreneurs because they become very rich once they are becoming successful. And number two, when we think of something without doing, if we only think of failure and the issues that will arise after taking up such actions, we won't be able to do anything. So these should not be the steps. And even some of the most prominent persons that we had mentioned earlier, Jeff Bezos, he was also college dropout. But after becoming a millionaire, he talked to several people around the world, and he said he was a dropout of college. He encountered various obstacles in life throughout his journey, and he was born with his own mother, but later his mother forsook him due to financial conditions. But he was brought up by the stepmother, I should say, and later he became one of the most productive persons in the whole world. And he spends his time creating something new. And what he mentions is for the young people, he always talks about the importance of time and connections because everything can be learned by breaking them into smaller pieces and connect them. And secondly, we can also mention Elon Musk, who is now considered as the richest person in the whole world, and he owns SpaceX. And through his company, the Americans have achieved a greater milestone. Recently, we had known Sunita Williams, who was an Indian-born American. Presently, she's now in American. Uh, she, along with her comrades, went to the space, and due to the failure of missions and the malfunction of the missions, they were not brought back by the former governments under Biden's administration. And now, after several months, when Trump became president and have some connections with Elon Musk, they along with the cooperation of NASA successfully brought back Sunita Williams and and her comrades back to the earth. So this milestone has been possible because of the private-owned company Elon Musk. So even when we investigate the history of Elon Musk, he was also not just a normal person. He spent only 2 hours to sleep, and later he became the richest person. So every struggle makes sense. And today we should not consider it of enjoyment as we begin doing something important which will make us great in the future. Now is time to suffer. So these are the points that we can impart to the young people in order to make them aware about the importance of entrepreneurs. Because when someone understands how to employ others to work for them, the other people also gets benefit as they get daily wages or monthly wages. On the other hand, the private owned company, which we considered entrepreneurs, he also does very well in his jobs, and also he can help the society. So to in the, facing the different problems of our society, I think we can only decline the rate of unemployment by entrusting our trust and faith to the young people who can take up, who can be a change maker, who can be a game changers in the future by involving into entrepreneurs, so that they can employ youths, and they can employ the jobless people to work for them and for their private companies. So this much will be for today. Thank you.